98 achievements, 1 save. This is Achievement Chaser. Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back for Achievement Chaser episode 105 now, and we are into season 10 with the save with Salgueiros as well. We've just started our season, and as you can see, we are a little bit behind already. We need to catch up. I'll take you through everything that's happened in the off season. A lot of stuff happened. Obviously, a lot of transfers. We had our players of the season. We had some job offers as well. So through the off season, one of the big things is we got offered a lot of jobs. This is the first time ever we've been offered actual other club jobs. We got offered the Napoli job. What else did we get offered? I need to check now. Napoli. We got offered another one, I know. We got offered the Atletico Madrid job and then the Barcelona job. So that's pretty massive. Some really high profile jobs, basically. But we're on achievements. We're 10 seasons in already with Salgueiros. We can't leave now. So I decided I'm going to reject them, and we're going to stick with Salgueiros. I'm going to win the Champions League with Salgueiros. That is the aim now. So that, yeah, basically. Let's look at the awards for the season, because they come out very late. So I don't know why. The best goalkeeper. It went to Odessa for the second straight season. 17 clean sheets, 22 conceded in 34. Basically, every other game he got a clean sheet. It was very good from him. Goal of the year. I don't know who goal of the year went to be completely honest with you. I don't think it was one of our players. It wasn't Ronaldo Kamara because he's not with us anymore, and he always seems to pop up with goal of the year. It went to Paul Akuku from Vitória Guimarães. Interesting. Manager of the year. It didn't go to us. The record is broken. Arne Slot won it. He did go undefeated, to be fair. Invincible season, you got to win Manager of the Year, so fair play. Most assists for the year went to Felipe Cruz. Yet again, 2 seasons in a row, 19 assists. And then Orikov had 15 behind him. Fair Play Award, okay, went to Jordan Tell. Player of the Year went to Felipe Cruz as well. Our first ever player to win Player of the Year. Incredible. He didn't even play the last few games of the season, but he still won it. Team of the year, we had Felipe Cruz and Orikov and Icarin, and then the rest was Porto. So very, very much a dominated between us and Porto there. Well, dominated by Porto, basically. Top goal scorer. It was Beloy. Also, because of that, we finally got the achievement. We finally got the achievement of Goal Machine, which is your player your player was the top goal scorer over an entire league season. It's taken us 9 years, but we finally got a top goal scorer, and it was Beloy, a left winger, right winger as well. So that was very good to see. And then also we had Young Player of the Year, went to Beloy as well. So that's 3 years in a row, one of our players. I don't know why he wasn't even in the Player of the Season, because he got 27 goals and 6 assists in 29 games. Don't know how I wasn't even up for that. And then Fair Play Award went to Feliciao, I guess. But yeah, that is the overview for that. So, in the off-season, we went through a lot of transfers. A lot happened, basically. One of the first things that happened, we sold Carlos Costa to Brentford for 15 million. He was a player that, while I liked, he just didn't get... the problem is we have too many centre midfielders. We really just do. Wasn't the best signing in total. 13 million off to 15 million. At least we got him off the books for a little bit more than we paid for him. But then, into the next season, a lot happened. First, sales. Felipe Cruz, Player of the Year, most assists, sold to Leicester for 40 million. Some of you might question that. I believe it's a good deal. He's 27 at the moment, and basically Castello had actually taken his first team spot by the end of the year. So I think time to cash in on him now, when he has the Player of the Year, when he had most assists, when he had a really good season. Just cash in on him and let him go. 40 million for him when we paid 1.8 million from him from Leipzig. What a signing he was. What a player he's been for us. But it's time for the new boy to come in, Castello. Also, another big loss Gustavo Telles went to Real Betis, Real Hispalis, for 10 million, rising to 13. Signed for 1.5. He was getting worse and worse. How old is he now? He's 24. He's rated 41 by our scouts. Like, Orikov was taking his spot, and left backs we've got coming in. You've got youngsters. I think it's time for him to go. People weren't happy in the squad basically because he's a bit a good figure, but 30 million from him is not too bad. Cantong left for Salzburg for 2.6 million. He just never really broke into that first team. He wasn't good enough. Had a couple loans. 2.6 million is not too bad when we got him on a free. Diego Pereira, similar situation from Espanyol. Went to Espanyol for 1.7 million. Signed him on a free, loaned him out, and then sent him on his way. So not too bad there. And then Max Thomas, just didn't work out. Off to Malaga for 850k after we got him on a free from Man City. Had a couple loans, did okay, but never was going to be a starter for us. We had a lot of loans going out, so obviously like Pecart, Fustin, Valencia, Alcia Jose. Who else went on loan? Helio Pereira, Serifo Jr., Josimar Reis, Nelton Rodriguez, Pedro Cho went out on loan. We sold Tomislav Pusic finally to Augsburg for 3 million. He's been out on loan as well. Bought him for 250k, and he just sort of spent his time out on loan. But 3 million is not too bad. And then we also sold Lucas Rodriguez for 2.5 million. Similar situation. We bought him for 1 million, sold him for 2.5. It's not the worst. More loans to Grimley and Julinho. Cesar David went to Norwich for 1.3 million. Just lots of players we signed early on, and we just sort of didn't make it into the first team. And some more. And then finally, Alefe Flavio went to Chelsea for 30.5 million on deadline day. They came in for him, and I was like, well, he's our second choice. Well, he's a third choice centre back, and we've got a new centre back coming in January, which I will tell you about. 30, and you starting to kick up a fuss about wanting to leave for Chelsea. I got 30 million out of him, so bought him from Porto for 1.8. Had a couple good seasons, and then sold him for 30 million. Fantastic bit of business that is. So we made 93 million in total, which is our biggest ever. So that's pretty good. So transfers in. Obviously, we had Ratko Sviar come in from Vojvodina. This was on the free transfer. He's gone out on loan to Famalicão for this year, and I have put in the clause that he can't play against us. I did remember to put that in for him. So we're going to see how it is. He's got some good stats. I mean, he's not rated the highest, but I think he's got some good stats. So hopefully he does well. Julinho finally came in from Flamengo. We sent him out on loan as well. He's a centre back. Right, 5 million rising to 9. He's 18. He's not too bad, but I thought I'd send him out on loan to Cadiz. Might bring him back depending on how things go. Then we signed Levin Quentin from Academia for 65k, rising to 95k. This is basically someone else's youth intake prospect. And I thought it looked all right, so we signed him up. He is a right winger. He's Portuguese. He's 16. Not too bad. We can maybe sell him on for some profit off some loans. Then we signed Mads Sangild from Copenhagen for 2.3, rising to 3.7 mil. This guy, he's 16, this dude. I've got high hopes for him once his profile loads. 16-year-old centre-back. He's Danish. Got some really good stats on him. He got 17 tackling work rate, 16 teamwork already. Just needs to improve a few more technicals, but he's in the under 19s this year. Hopefully he can sort of develop a bit and maybe make our team in a couple seasons. We then signed Anderson Luis from Palmeiras for 2.4, rising to 5.25 million. He's a right back, Brazilian right back. So this is sort of maybe a bit of backup to Castello. He's more of a centre back / right back, so he's not really a wing back, but he's still got some good stats. So I feel like he's going to be the understudy to Castello this year. We then signed Elton Schala from Hamburg for 15 million, rising to 20 million. This was a big signing. One of the reasons we went for this is because Porto went in for him. So we decided, well, it's time for us to go. And I've been looking at this guy for a while. He's Albanian, already got 17 caps. He's only 19. We signed him when he was 18. And he's a striker. So I thought we do need an understudy to Iker. Iker has been holding it on his back for just years. So maybe we get some rotation coming in. So hopefully he does well. He hasn't had the best of games so far. He's played 2 times and not really done much, but I want to try and give him more opportunities this year. Then we signed Attila Reves from Hajduk this was on compensation. Attacking midfield. He just popped up in my scouting recommendations. Incredible little player, and he's gone out on loan to Hajduk this year. So hopefully he has a good year. But 475k, you can't go wrong, really, can you? And then finally, Krasimir Bakardz-Ziev from CSK Sofia, 7.5 million, rising to 10. Basically, this is another Bulgarian left winger. He looks really, really good. And we signed him on deadline day after we sold Flavio money. So he's going to be a good backup left winger. We're going to train him to play right winger. Have I actually started training him to play right winger? I don't think I have. But he looks quite good. Yeah, let's get him training on that inverted winger right, because we don't have enough right wingers at the moment. Another thing actually is that we did extend Marko Brkic's loan from Atletico Madrid. I can't believe they let us have him again, but he's back again for another season. So hopefully he can sort of produce. We do have 2 more transfers though coming in. They both arrive in January because they're too young at the moment. The first one, this was the first ever signing we did. We did this before the Benfica game. Jose Everaldo from Palmeiras. He is a Brazilian right winger. He looks incredible. He's only 17. And look at these stats. Some fantastic stats. I really can't wait for him to join. He will be our starting right winger, I reckon. Probably. Look at this. He's at 16, he played 30 games for Palmeiras. 17 this year, he's got 10 goals, 5 assists in the Brazilian league. He looks incredible. He's going to cost us 19 million for that's his release clause. We signed that really early, really early. So hopefully he's good. And then finally we signed Tiba from Independiente. He's also 17, so he arrives in January. He's a centre back. This is why I allowed Flavio to leave. He looks really good as well. He's going to come up in our third centre back. He's only 17, so they both arrive basically in January. So we kind of need to we're a bit low on the depth, especially centre-back, until that point. So we'll have to see what it's like until January. So he comes in for 18 million as well. So those are two big signings, to be fair. Nearly 20 million on each of them. But yeah, so let's look at our schedule, because we've had a lot of Champions League qualifying. Obviously, because we came second last year, we had to go through the Champions League qualifying routes. So we had Club Brugge first. In the third qualifying round, we won 2-0 at home. Once I show you this, there we go. Hugo Whiteley, first goal of the season. He's been wanting more game time, so I decided I'm going to start giving it to him. He's been quite good. He got some big offers in the summer, to be fair. He got some offers of about 30 to 40 million from a few clubs, so it kind of shows how good he is. So maybe this is going to be his breakout year. Who knows? But 9 minutes into the game, puts us up 1-0. Mira into Whiteley, back to Mira. Iker, great little ball, and Whiteley puts it at the front post, and that's 1-0 to us. And then Beloy gets our second in the second half, starting off where it means to continue on with his goals. Mira into Enrique. Whiteley, good little ball from Whiteley, to be fair. And then Beloy finishes it for 2-0 to give us a good home leg advantage. We then played them away. Drew 2-2. We probably should have played better against them, to be completely honest. Iker got us off to a very good start, though, in the second minute, to put us up 1-0, basically to try and kill the tie off completely, because at that point they needed 4. Castello into Estrada, into Beloy, plays a great ball through, and Iker finishes past the keeper for 1-0. They did equalise, probably only 16 minutes later, through Goddard. We haven't been the best defending this year, to be completely honest. But Godard just completely beats out Ramos there and puts it in the back of the net to tie up 1-1. Iker puts us back up 2-1 though in the 34th minute. Orikov on the ball, plays it across to Castello, to Beloy, who plays a great little ball through again. That little ball through into Iker is really working at the moment. To make it 2-1, but then they did equalise through Zagovra here to make it 2-2. Long ball over the top, just completely beats our centre-back, and then Castello wasn't marking him well enough, and that's 2-2. But we won 4-2 on aggregate, and we're through to the qualifying round, or the playoff. We then had our first game in the league. Pete Moriense 5-0 in this game. Pretty good start to the season, you'd have to say. Costa with an own goal for our first goal in the league. To be fair, we didn't actually do much in this game until really late on, so I was a bit worried about this game. But Castello on the wing here, going to put a good cross in here. And basically, I don't know what happens. It's just a complete mess. I don't know how Pisapia doesn't get the on goal, because it looked like he just ran at him himself. But we didn't get our second until the 67th minute. Huatron came on, long through from Costello into Huatron, who plays it at the front post, and that makes it 2-0, and that sort of opened the floodgates a bit. As you can see, they got a lot of yellows as well after that point. They got, how many yellows? They got 7 yellows in this game. Guzman gets our third in the 71st. Fantastic free kick from him, off the post and in. Really good to see from him. And then Whiteley gets our fourth. Huatron into Castello, plays it across the box into Whiteley, and then that is our fourth, and then Guzman with a penalty in the 90th minute for 5, which was quite nice. We then had Rangers in the away game. They've had some good players. We drew 1-1 away from home. Alan Enrique with our first goal to put us up 1-0. Very crucial. We really should have won this game. We played better than Rangers. But Alan Enrique getting us the goal here. Burkic into Orikov. Plays it into Leo. Great through ball to Enrique, who finishes very, very well. He's very good for those long-range shots, just from the edge of the box. But Van de Peer scores here to equalise for them. Cox into Thuram Elian. Great crossfield ball, to be fair. And our key players can't catch up. And a great strike from him, to be completely honest. So that leaves it at 1-1. And then we had our first stumble in the league. A bit of a joke this game, really. 1-1 against Familiciao away. We absolutely dominated. They had 2 shots all game and scored 1. We had 2.66 XG, 30 shots, 9 on target. Alan Enrique put us up 1-0 in the 14th minute here. So I thought, okay, we're doing well. We're doing well. Let's keep it going. So Iker on the left. Plays it into the middle, into Guzman, into Enrique. Another great strike from the edge of the box there to put us up 1-0. And then they equalise through Velasquez here. Anderson down the right. There's so many defensive. What kind of cross is that? It bounces, Odessa really should do better there. Just gets it under him somehow. But we kept coming on, and we got a goal in the 72nd minute. I went, oh, that's great. We've got it. Look at this. This is a bit of a ridiculous goal. This was counted for offside from Alan Enrique. So we win the ball, I think, here. Iago back to Oliveira. Yeah, it goes long. Leo wins it into Guzman, who plays it into Huatron. Huatron comes across. I think it's quite a while until the highlight, actually. Good run from him into Burkic. So where Burkic runs to the edge of the box, plays it into Enrique. First shot is blocked. Second shot is blocked. Third shot goes in. And I went, oh, that's a goal. And then that gets called back for offside. Because Huatron was offside in this position. He wasn't in the way of the ball at all. He wasn't like in the play. But for some reason they've called it offside because the ball went past him. So I'm really upset about that, because that is a big loss of 2 points. And we are now, obviously, if you look in the league, 2 points behind Porto and Benfica already. So that's a massive issue. To be completely honest, we need to get every goal we can. Hold on, when it loads, yeah, we've already got a draw in the bag, so they've started out well. Porto, they've already beat Sporting away as well, so we really need to kick on. We did play Rangers next, though. We won 3-1 to take us through to the Champions League group stages. Beloy missed penalty, of course. Estrada gets us our starting goal, though, in the 44th minute. To put us up 1-0. Let's see. From the corner, Burkic plays it in, and it just falls to Estrada, and he puts it in the back of the net. Very nice. And then 45th minute, extra time. Bit of a terrible few minutes for Rangers. Into Burkic here, into Enrique, and that makes it 2-0 and sort of kills the tie off a little bit. They did get one back through Mauricio here to make it a little bit scary for a second. Crooks into Van de Peer, into Mauricio, and just our defence. I don't know what they're playing at this year. They're not playing very well. It's the same defence pretty much, but not doing too well. Dos Santos, though, puts us back into our lead, our 2-goal lead here. Heads it in. It's blocked, but he puts the rebound in to make it 3-1 and 4-2 on aggregate. So that gives us such a Champions League group, and it's a terrible Champions League group yet again. Look at this team: Man City, Marseille, and Milan. We can't get away from Man City. I swear to God, we have played Man City so many times. We played them in the Champions League. Was it last year? No, we played Man United and Real Madrid. Year before that, we played them in the Champions League. There we go. And then was it year before that? We had Real Madrid, Monaco, and Chelsea. Was it year before that? Dortmund, PSG, and Napoli. It feels like we played Man City so many more times than that. It really does. That's so odd. It feels like we play Man City so often. But yeah, and then we had our last game, Pacos Ferreira, 2-1. Eddie, our young attacking midfielder, I don't know if you remember him. He went out on loan last year. He's going to be in the first team this year as an attacking midfielder. He gets both of our goals in this game. We really should have won this game by easier, but we made it very hard on ourselves yet again. Look at this. Domination, and they score their 2 shots on target. They score 1. But Eddie gets us off to, I think it was his debut actually for us, and he got 2 goals in his debut, so not too bad from him. In the 53rd minute, you're not going to see it apparently, but he gets the 2 goals. So that's very nice to see. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. I will be back for the Benfica Milan game, because these are 2 big games. Benfica early away from home, really big game, and then Milan away in the Champions League. Maybe we'll do 1, maybe we'll do 2. We'll have to see. And then after that, we'll probably be back from Marseille Porto. So we'll have to see. It's a risk that we might not even get through into the Europa League this year. We need to beat Milan or Marseille. It's going to be a bit of a weird one. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been quite a long review actually for the start of season 10. But let's try and win the league back. We're back on the quest to win the league back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex. I'll see you guys next time.